Are you still wearing in-ear headphones?
I'm using, yes, in the ear hole things. Yes, correct.
I'm not. They absolutely destroy my ears.
Yeah, they hurt mine too. But that's the price we pay for being podcasters. I'm gonna get cauliflower ear from just
No.
headphones.
You can walk down the road and impress people with.
Oh yeah,
cauliflower ear.
I'm British, so I've already got the teeth.
Oh, there.
So
Yeah.
Now I can just show the ear and they just think I'm a rugby player. Perfect.
You walk down a shop and all the people go, "Ooh, he must be a good rugby player."
That's exactly right. That's you say that like they're not saying that already. You know, that I don't walk down. Oh, he must be a good rugby player.
Welcome back to another episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical OK Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, Nick. Are you well?
Yes, I'm well. And a bit dusty.
Dusty?
Yes.
Why dusty?
Dusty because I had to go fetch my Wii. Your Wii? The Nintendo Wii that's been up in the attic?
Yeah, everyone's Wii is probably up in the attic at this point, to be honest with you. But yes,
figuratively speaking, we don't actually have an attic.
No, it's true.
But it's been packed away and it's dusty, and I needed to go fetch it. It's quite nostalgic, really, but
it is fun, right? But yeah. I always forget how many cables a Wii has. Like you look at all the cable management, and you've got that little sensor bar, and then you've got the power bar. I don't know. I just hated the sensor bar. I still hate the sensor bar.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
I heard.
So we're not just coming in to just abuse the Wii here now. Yeah, but I hate that. But
I actually heard that instead of a sensor bar, you can just use a candle.
What?
A candle, a regular candle. You could just light a candle in front of your TV or on top or below your TV and use that candle as the quote unquote sensor bar, because it's. I don't know if this is true. I actually want to test it now.
That sounds
because
bizarre.
It's just another infrared light.
Okay, yes. Okay, sorry. I'm just seeing. I've got images of like churches and stuff like that where they got those big candles and the priests playing Wii now because they've got so many candles. And that's cool. I don't know who found that out. Who was like, whoa! I forgot to put up the sensor bar, but my candle's working.
Oh,
well, I love it. I hope that's true. I think that's balmy enough that I hope that is true.
Right, it's that old technology myths.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like you could run a SNES on a potato.
That would be cool. Yeah, but I get what you mean. It's like people who are porting Doom to every little screen and every that exists.
Calculators, pregnancy tests.
Yeah, I think that's kind of cool.
That's hilarious. But the reason I got the Wii out for this week's episode is because we're playing just another stinker.
Yeah, like what the hell is it with Will Smith games? Right?
You're
his
right.
Movies
I
are
didn't
good.
even notice.
His games, or let's just say games, evolved around the movies he's been in.
Yes.
Wow. And I say wow in the worst possible way. Like, god damn.
Yes. Yeah. No. Bad wow.
It's unbelievable. It
really
literally
is.
Unbelievable.
Do you think maybe it's just because most of his big blockbuster movies, Bad Boys. What's the other one? Wild Wild West.
Wild Wild West, Independence Day. He was quite known for and stuff like that.
Men in Black, because. That's a time when movie tie-in games were still a thing and they were still profitable. And essentially it was just marketing.
Yes, that's exactly right. It was that time, the time when we always joke about every gamer knows that movie tie-in games, most of them don't work.
No.
And we've had some bangers recently, as in like the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, or whatever, Guardians. That was a great one, which is rare, and there was a few good ones. But you're right.
You could also argue that that's not super inspired by the movies, and maybe just the comics.
No, that's true. That's true.
It could be riding the wave that the movies made.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But this was definitely that time where Lara Croft well, they were good games. Sorry, other way around. There were movie games were coming out just to cash in. You're exactly right. It was always just you'd find a new movie game out there, and it would always be bad. But this is setting the new level for bad.
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion.
If
We haven't even
John
said the
Wick,
game name yet. Yeah, go on.
if John Wick came out 15 years earlier, there would 100% be a Max Payne knockoff.
Yes,
bad
exactly
game.
right. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I'd be surprised if that's still not in the works, but hopefully a good game. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyway, if everybody is listening, we're actually talking about the Wii, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I think that's as far as it went, right?
Yes.
Game, Men in Black, Aliens in Crisis, or Alien in Crisis.
No, just Alien Crisis. If you've not heard of this game, we don't blame you. And you're probably better off.
Oh yeah,
this is a big dump. This is one big stinky boy.
Cleveland steamer.
Cleveland steamer.
Yeah, it's like okay.
Yeah.
I was looking into it, and it's developed by a company called Fun Labs, which that's ironic to start off with.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and then I like it. You look at it, it's Romanian, and I'm like, that's cool. I've always
Romanian.
Yeah, Romanian as a lad. So I'm like, okay, cool. Across the pond, across the water. I love it when you get to play foreign games, like from Sweden, from Czech Republic, from the Ukraine. It's always cool. I like that. And then you look at the list of games that they're known for. Now, you may not. Do you know Capella? The hunting games and the
Capella.
It's always called Capellas, like wild deer hunting, and then Capella's hunting Bok 3. You've probably even seen it in arcades.
I know of these. I know of the hunting games. Yes, of course.
Yeah, that you've seen the deer on the front, and you've got the rifle and stuff like that. They did all those games. Granted, they're called Capella, and they did all the fishing games.
Whoa.
Called Rapella, as in that if you like fishing, the standard. Yes, you throw your line, you get a fish. It says it's a big fish.
Oh, I can see it now.
Fish, right?
Okay, right? I'm Googling it now. There we go.
Yeah, right?
Capella's Deer Hunt.
There you go.
2005.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Do you know how long they've been making these games?
Oh no. Are you gonna give me some ridiculous number?
20 years. They have been in game development for 20 years.
And only making hunting games?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a few little things in here, like sadly, Men in Black, Alien Crisis. There was like a Nerf gun game which they've done recently. Basically the same formula, just reimagining of it. It's just what they call it, rail shooters, so to speak.
Yes.
Right. So they found their niche. They really did the shooting game, and they've been doing it for 20 years. So they've been making money.
I don't get it. You know what this is? I just realized this now. This is who owns Men in Black. Who produces those movies? Is it Warner Brothers?
I suggest so. Yeah, they've always been big budget, so that would make sense. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not Warner Brothers because Warner Brothers has sponsored an episode of the show. Yeah. I genuinely think maybe it could just be because they would make a cheap on-rail game for their new Men in Black movie, and the game can work as marketing. Is that what happened here?
I guess so. Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Well, because this was. Men in Black was far bigger than it is now. I know that one with Chris Hemsworth came out, and it came out. Is it Chris or Liam? I always get them mixed up. It's Chris, right?
It fizzled off.
Oh, yeah. It was horribly fizzly, and it was just like no, because
no, I didn't even watch that. The last time I won,
And it's a big franchise, and I think you're right. As soon as you see a big franchise game, you think, oh, I loved Men in Black the movie. I'll pick that up, and that's it. That's where they've got you. They don't care that the game's no good. They've made you pick it up, and they charge you full price for it. I don't doubt when it initially came out.
I just
it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling.
That's right. I don't get who this game is for. Is this game for people who liked the movie and just thought, oh, okay, now I can continue liking Men in Black by buying this game?
Yes, I guess.
I think anyone with just a brain cell. Okay, that's rude. Anyone in the industry who likes games can smell nonsense.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree. As soon as you started up,
the moment the list, All Hail the List, gave us Men in Black Alien Crisis, I knew this was going to be
we
a
all knew.
big honking
I
F.
agree. Never heard of it. Saw it was for the Wii, so instantly knew it was some sort of point and click shoot aspect to some degree. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You could instantly just see the name and the franchise, and you could instantly just say, "Oh, this isn't going to be fun, is it?"
No,
like,
but who's this game for then?
I don't.
Who's the target market?
I don't know. I can only. But the thing is, they made them for 20 years.
Yes,
it's for someone. They're making money off.
Okay. You're right. And
you're right.
Just a box with the big Men in Black in front of it is gonna sell.
But the other ones make sense. Hunting, very popular in America.
That does make sense. There are people
fishing,
that hunt.
Hugely popuper sport.
Correct.
It makes sense hugely. And then Men in Black, like if you look at it, it's just got to be a cash-in. There isn't the same fan base. It's not as big, I would suggest, than both those sports. It is just, and they know it's a cash-in with how they made the game. It's just a blank cash-in. That's all it is.
Yes, and this was published by Activision, which I'm not even a tiny bit surprised.
No, exactly, right? When you see that name on it, you just think, well, there you go. That just proves the initial thought. This was just a money grab.
Yes. But okay. How about we jump into the segments? Let's start with narrative. Oh man, the narrative of this game. It's just everything about it's so bad. I couldn't. Okay, we all know we've played. This is a rail shooter, so we've all played Time Crisis, House of the Dead. Yes, the classics.
Yeah, the games of those sorts. So let's face it, the story's never grand. You know that you're the good guy. You know you're after the bad guy.
Yep,
you know you're gonna shoot things. You know it
it's
doesn't
black
have to
and
be,
white.
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of context.
Exactly.
You don't need a lot of context to go into the arcade, put in a quarter, pick up that pink gun,
and
start shooting the bad guys.
Right.
Because you've only got 50 seconds.
Yeah, and you haven't got much change left. But the story is trying to be good.
You think it is? You think it's trying?
It's trying to have something with the whole book and the.
Okay, all right. You're right. No, the story, the story alone, is somewhat trying.
Yeah, it's not. You can't say it's good, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to say somewhat good. It's bad, but it is. It's trying. It's the little kid at school who's running backwards around the track. You know he's running, but he's going the wrong way.
And he's doing it badly. Yeah, and he might not be fully awake, but he's trying.
But everybody's clapping because he's trying.
Because shame. That's Susan's kid, and things haven't been going well.
That's right. Susan. Yeah, for Susan. The story is just so dumb. Everything. I skipped most of it because you get to the initial bits. You play as Peter. I don't know if he's a good bad guy or a bad guy.
I don't know. I think it's one of those, and I think it's one of those anti-hero situations.
Yeah, right. He's a grey area type guy.
He's a thief, but you kind of root for him because he's down on his luck. Like Ant-Man. What's his name? Ant-Man.
Paul Judd, or the actor.
No. In the story.
I don't know.
I don't know what his name is. But yes,
Ant-Man. Anyway, yeah.
Ant-Man. He's a thief. But, oh man, he just loves his daughter so much.
That's true, it's very true. And of course, you can't, in this Men in Black game, you of course can't play Will Smith's, was it J and, I don't know, is it J and K? Whoever Tommy Lee Jones was? The reason you'd pick up
Agent
a Men
J
in Black
and
game.
Agent K.
Yeah, the reason you'd want to play their dry wit, banter, that's, we all love that in the Men in Black. But no, of course, you can't play them because they've been frozen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're there. They're technically there. But they can't talk because they're frozen, and they couldn't afford the voice actors.
Yeah, at least what was it? Miami Takedown, Bad Boys had people trying to do Will Smith and trying to do Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
The idea that somebody didn't even think that we'd try to do Tommy Lee Jones and try to do Will Smith. No, they're just frozen. Let's just say they're frozen. You know, this is Men in Black, right? That's a possibility. They've been frozen. Yeah.
Oh.
I just couldn't.
Scott Lang.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah. Correct. Well done.
Scott Lang. This is Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the end, the story just got so nonsensical and boring. And later on, I'll talk about the audio because that also had an effect. I know you're not supposed to care. I couldn't care less. They actually achieved another level of me not caring what was going on.
Very, very, very right. I also could not. The game started. You broke out of a building with I don't know what looks like the Necronomicon, and you give it to a dude in a parking lot.
Yeah.
It seems like the Necronomicon, the book that ends all life or whatever, raises the dead, and you just give it to this guy who walks out of this Toyota Corolla. Here you go.
Yeah.
Do you know what his name is? Can you remember his name?
Is that what's his name?
Not the actor, the character's name.
Emilio Chauncey.
You're right, Chauncey.
Chauncey. I don't know.
Chauncey, but I'm calling him Chansey.
Yeah, of course.
The nurse Pokemon.
Of course, yeah.
Who on earth? Why would you call your big bad antagonist man after the most caring Pokemon?
That's a good point, I suppose.
What?
Yeah,
There's
it's
an
like
egg on her stomach. Why? Sorry.
No, it's a good point. It's a stupid name.
It is. It's
all
a
of them
dumb
are
name.
Stupid names. Peter Delacour is why has he got a French surname?
I don't know.
Like, why is he Peter Delacour? Like,
is it a Lupin type situation where the best thieves are French?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. That's been put in cinema quite a lot. That of course the best Frenchmen are cat burglars and stuff. True. Maybe that is the reason.
It could be, but other than that, I don't know. I just don't know. And you meet up with what's Agent? Is it Agent O?
Yes, I think so.
That doesn't
yeah,
have the same ring to it. Agent O.
No, exactly.
J and K, that's fine. Agent O, no.
Yeah, nice rhyme. No, it's everything. I didn't care. Even when Frank came in, the pug.
Yes,
right?
the pug, and that's actually his voice.
Yeah, I know. So this is actually the same voice. So, everybody loved Frank in the movies. Beloved. He bored me. In this. They did one joke about it being rough, and then they milked. Did you see that? They milked that joke for about 30
constantly.
seconds.
There are other jokes that they tried, but it fell flat so hard. They've got a conversation as you're flying through New York, mowing down aliens through the streets. And nobody sees this, by the way, because the Men in Black's a secret organization.
Of course.
As you're doing that, Frank says, and don't call me a dog again, because if you call me a dog, then grrr, and he growls, which is a joke they do in the movie, and I think in the movie it works, but what? Who thought the same joke is gonna work as you're flying through the streets?
Yeah, it's when you can't see anything.
Car,
yeah, exactly.
He's none of these jokes work. The writing is bad.
Out of context, did you see that bit where Agent C just says, "My eyes are up here"?
Yes, I did.
I'm like, what? They were what? I was like, there was no context in the premise that she wasn't wearing a low cut top. She wasn't wearing like a tight skin suit or something, that you'd imagine that she just in conversation in a pixelated body, she just said eyes are up here, and I'm
My eyes are up here. No, where did
that come from?
I don't. That's the writing team writing something. Okay, insert female joke here.
Yeah, it's like,
and then the game designers who didn't entirely get what they were going for. They're just trying to get a paycheck.
Yeah, it's like they said, try to make strong female character. And then, like, well, if it's a strong female character, she wouldn't take any, harassment.
You don't take none.
So anything like that gets stopped straight away. And then they just put it in there in the deadest, like, pan bits where nothing was going. Oh, and the great...
Let's before your next point, just a quick disclaimer. We don't have an issue with strong female characters.
No,
we've got an issue with bad writing.
Yeah.
Which is what this is.
Point out, now this is a spoiler, but trust me, ladies and gents, you're not going to play this game anyway, so you don't care.
No.
The ending, the story, after you've saved the world, kinda, and stopped the baddie, sorta, is that... I can't. Is that they can't have a relationship.
Correct.
And Peter's
I
got
read
a
that
job.
as well. I did not play this game because I puked on the floor. But yes, I read the plot, and you're right. You're so right. They save the world. He risks his life and the entirety of Earth to go save Agent O, who's been possessed by...
that's right. That's right.
I don't know, Alien Queen. So he saves her. They destroy Alien Queen, and they come back into the office. And then, I can't even say it. You say it.
Well, they say that everything's... You'd expect that's now the final scene, when finally everything's over, they go in its arms and they go on a date, or let's go out to dinner, or let's go get a drink, something like that. But literally, I forget whether the lines are spoken, but it's like, sorry, the terms and conditions of my employment is that we can't fraternize at work, or something
It'd
like,
be
like
inappropriate.
HR, like something. The HR speech. And it was like, you're joking.
I value my job more than my identity.
Yeah, exactly. I saved you, but, I need this job. And I need, I've got rent to pay. It was such an insane...
I make 7K a month. That's more important than you.
It was such an insane ending that they didn't just let you get the girl. Like, every James Bond or any Prince first, and then Damsel in Distress, any of it. It was just like HR saying, sorry, but you're not allowed to fraternize at work, so cheers. I've got to go do my job now.
I cannot believe this is shovelware. This feels like shovelware before all the digital shops.
Yeah.
This is shovelware.
I just can't believe a writer somewhere had the part where you tie everything up. Okay, just tie it up, make it good. It's the fun part of a book. When you've got all the complexity.
It's the satisfying conclusion.
Yeah, it's the really cool... And they just wrote that. I just can't. I can't really handle someone out there wrote that and then potentially went on to write for other games and stuff, or books or something.
I think they just took the first draft.
Yeah, I agree.
That's it. They just took the first draft. Oh, it's finished? Okay, cool. Let's load it up.
Yeah, let's give it to the voice actors straight away. Let's just not even check it. No, okay. It's trash, ladies and gents, if you're not getting that.
Before we get into the voice actors, who are a bit of a surprise, let's do visuals.
Yeah.
Or the lack thereof.
I can't... This is on the Wii console, so we all know that the Wii console's graphics aren't the best. It was more the gameplay and the controllers. That was the selling point. We all know that.
It was the motion controls gimmick. Yeah, that's what the Wii was.
So we're not coming into these games expecting shadow effects and lighting effects and high-def visuals, all that. But this, again, they reached new heights of bad. It's just so bad. It's like not even PlayStation 2 good.
No.
It's between PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2.
Yes, it's early PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
it's early
exactly.
PlayStation 2. Even at the end of the PlayStation 2, they managed to crank out Black, which is a good-looking game, and Final Fantasy X. Great-looking games. And those games are what...
Metal Gear Solids. Yeah, they're all smooth. They're not great, but you can see they're smooth and they're well thought out, and there's a bit of shit. It's actually quite good.
For PlayStation 2, those games look quite well.
That's true. No, it's true. No.
And there are tons of environment. Anyway, this game isn't anywhere near that.
It's insane. It's actually insane.
Okay, you know when this game came out, Dave. You know when this game came out. If I were to show this game to anyone and tell them this looks like an early PlayStation 2 game, which would be in the range of the year 2000 and 2003.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
When do you think this game would have come out? Right?
Oh, yeah, I got you. So this...
Maybe 2004 or 5.
Yeah, like you said, right at the beginning, when they were playing around with the
Exactly.
the builds and stuff like that of the PlayStation 2. It's got that quality of the first game that released, like Heavenly Sword released on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 had the first game they put out there to go with the console, which is never really great.
Yes.
It's just them testing the hardware.
The first Resistance game. Have you played the first Resistance game?
Oh yeah, the first-person shooter. Yeah.
Yes, Resistance: Fall of Man.
That's right.
That was a PS3 launch title. It still looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's when they're just, nobody's been pushing the boundaries much. They're just trying to get some software out there to go with the console.
Correct.
Yeah. Go on.
I cannot fathom that this game came out in 2012. 2012. 2012. This game came out a year before the PS4 release.
No, that's crazy. Sorry,
This game came out
that's
year.
Crazy.
This game came out a year before Infamous Second Son.
Oh, yeah. Love that game.
And it's got the same voice actor.
Yes, I knew you were going to say that, of course.
I cannot believe it. Go look at screenshots of this game, or gameplay, or don't, because you'll risk cracking your monitor, and then go look at Infamous Second Son. These two games are a year apart. 1 year.
That's insane. I didn't know that. Like I said, now you put it that way. It's... You can't make it up. Because even their shooting games, their hunting games, are prettier than this. Their rendering of a deer or their rendering of a cabin in the woods at least had some detail. Not great. Obviously, it's fundamentally an arcade game. But this, for example, I counted maybe 5 different bad guys. I don't know how many.
Out of the variety. Out of the enemies you shoot.
All the levels.
I wasn't even counting. Oh, man. I want to get into gameplay. But... No, the visuals for this game, it's something else. It's something horrendous. It seems like they're talking to each other, but no. Their bodies are just waggling in the air. Their arms flailing. Mouth up, open, close, open, close.
The aliens had no round bits on them. The green aliens? I don't know what they're called. The green aliens. They were so pixeled, like big pixel chunks when you shot at them, right? I just couldn't... It reminded me of Final Fantasy VII. When you... I don't know if you've seen the characters where their arms are just big blocks.
Yes, I have.
Like
They're just blocks.
It was it was that good. I just thought, if you looked at the aliens that you were shooting at, there was no really defined aspect to them. They were just legs, arms, and green. But, I don't know what they called them. I'm sure they gave them a name. I wasn't listening.
I don't know.
And then,
aliens.
And then it was just the same 5 each time. The little robot things, the green alien things.
Yep.
Fellow MIB members, I think.
Yep. A big alien jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
Which I don't get, by the way.
Yeah, right. They're super alien technology and all this, and they're the most useless species. Almost as useless as the alien species that arrived in Signs, who are weak to water.
Yes, weak to water. Well done, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, because the planet's not like 80% water, is it? Those aliens are super smart. But anyway, I just... Everything. The guns were boring. It was just... How do you make guns boring? It was... The only fun thing later on is that you got the noisy cricket, which is the little gun that Will Smith had in the movies, the little thing.
Yes, that joke.
Yeah, and that wore off very quickly because you didn't care. The story you didn't care about, the shooting you didn't care about, the little multiplier thing that you got, which was superbulous. It didn't matter.
Nope. This game looked horrendous. It looked bad.
It is so bad. Like I said, it's hard to describe it on a podcast to say it looks bad.
Yes. No, this is granted not the best medium to try and convey.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What a review for a mostly visual medium, which is
yeah.
Don't play this game. Just take our word for it. Just listen to us complain.
It's insane. Yeah, the visually, again, it's on par with its narrative.
Correct.
It's so boring. It's so forgettable.
It does not compute that this game came out in 2012.
Yeah, like you said, just next to Infamous 2. That's insane.
This game came out after Batman Arkham City. A year before The Last of Us.
Yeah, and the Wii has had some decent games on it. It had
Yes!
Xenoblade Chronicles, that looked alright on it. It had Zelda, the Zelda game
it
with
had Skyward
Metroid.
Sword.
Yeah, exactly. So
it had Metroid Prime.
It had its limitations, but you could still push it. You could push the integrity of the graphics in the system. It's been seen.
Yes. And it's not like this game looks bad because it's stretched out over 100 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yes,
right?
I know what you mean.
No.
Yeah.
This isn't a long game at all. This is a short game. And it
is.
looks like poopy.
I think they said the average run is 2.5 to 3 hours. That's it.
Of the entire game.
If you were playing it properly, yeah.
No.
How quickly did you complete it?
I'm gonna Google this.
Granted, it could have been the promotion material. But that's what I read.
Beat. What? You're right.
Yeah, right.
No, this can't be.
Yeah.
It's
ladies and
less than 3 hours.
Yeah. And remember, when it came out, it was fully priced. I don't know what like I said, it was a $30, $40 game or whatever it was back in 2012 or whatever.
I'm shocked. Shocked. This is a fully priced game. It's less than 3 hours. It looks, plays, almost sounds like dog water.
No, it is. Okay, let's. Anything else visually you've got?
No, I don't. I can't even make this a fully hour-long episode anymore.
No, right? I was worried about that too because
I'm sorry, ladies and gents, you're not getting a full hour this time around.
It's such a shallow puddle of a game. Like, how long can we just moan about it? Okay, I'll let you.
Sometimes the list gives us inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes we get, Chrono Trigger. And then other times, no, this list just gives us poopy, like Men in Black Alien Crisis. All hell the list.
All hell the list. Go on, Mr. Audio Man. I'll let you do I'll let you drop the shocking audio aspect of this because it is.
I was shocked.
So there you go.
Excuse me. I was shocked when I heard the very familiar voice of Troy Baker and Josh Gad.
Right?
I cannot believe that they got Troy Baker and Josh Gad to voice the protagonist and antagonist of this game.
Now, ladies and gents, I'm sure if you don't know those names, you've certainly heard Troy. Is it Troy or Troy Baker?
Troy. It's Troy Baker. You've definitely heard him.
You've definitely heard him. In any game franchise that you like, it's more than likely him. What?
It's
The Last
him.
of Us.
It's him. Animal Crossing. It's him. It's Troy
exactly.
Baker.
He is now premium. He is the A-list voice actor. Yep.
All the bleep bloops of the 150 original Gen 1 Pokemon, that's Troy Baker.
Yeah, exactly right. He did the pong noise when you send the ball back. You know, he's just going,
correct.
That's all Troy Baker.
You know what?
Right.
It's Troy Baker.
That's right. It's all. So I just thought when I looked at that name, it just shows that through determination you can make it big. You like, because I couldn't believe he played Peter Delacour, the player you play, and then Josh Gad. Now, I guess. Was he famous back then? He might not have been because he's become prolifically famous now because he's won.
Now he's famous.
He's won Tony Awards.
But in 2012, I don't know. His big break came in 2013, the year after.
Is this Olaf?
Yes, this is Olaf.
Was that literally the year after?
For the people that don't know, this guy, Josh Gad, who's in this just stinking mess, is the voice of Olaf in Frozen.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's favorite character in Frozen, fundamentally,
you might not like him, or you might like him a lot. I don't care. This was his big, massive break.
Yes, I agree. Don't get me wrong, he was cameos in a few movies, and he did New Girl. He did like some scenes in that. But you're right, Olaf is what pushed him through the hemisphere of. And he's a great singer. I know he does lots for Broadway and stuff like that.
Yes, he's in the Book of Mormon as well. Which is just, it's got some fantastic music, Book of Mormon.
Yeah, yes. And he is awesome. I love Josh Gad. I couldn't believe it was him playing the Emilio Chansey.
Yes.
I was like, what?
I recognized his voice
immediately.
immediately.
He's one of those voices, isn't it?
I can't believe.
I know. And
is that where the budget went? To get Troy Baker and Josh Gad? Is that where the budget went?
I hope so. I really hope that there was a massive audio budget and that's why the game's bad.
Yes.
Because,
yes.
You know, and did you know that Laura Bailey, do you know Laura Bailey?
Yes, I do.
From Critical Role, I take it, because you're a D&D person.
Yes, I know Laura Bailey. And she's also in the Last of Us games.
She also voiced C in this game.
C?
The lady. Agent C.
Agent O.
Is it O or C? I thought her name was C. Like
Is it C? I don't know. Is it C or...
Anyway, the female protagonist, let's put it that way, she voiced her.
That was Laura Bailey?
It was Laura Bailey, yeah.
Come on. Yes, okay. It's decided. That's where the budget went for this entire game. Right? Was just to get voice actors. Because that's it.
Apart from fundamentally, under my audio notes, that's literally all I've written. Because there's not much else. It's the voice and the worst thing about it is that, ladies and gentlemen, those are quite prolific voice actors.
Not quite. Those are the voice actors in the industry. Still, more than 10 years later, Troy Baker, Laura Bailey, they're doing huge games.
But there's still something about this game where it missed. The voice, the first of all, the models and the lip syncing didn't match up in the slightest.
The worst. No,
right?
Not at all.
Like,
it's almost good bad.
Yeah, right.
It's
it is
still
almost
horrendous bad.
It's not Shenmue good. That was amazing.
No.
This is. It's like they paid them lots of money and then they took their phones out and sent them like a WhatsApp audio clip of each bit. And then they put it in the game, and then there was but the mouths are moving that way already. Just leave it. No one's gonna notice.
It'll be. It's the 29th.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's oh god, it's weekend. You know,
come on. There's a special down at the pub. It'll be fine.
Because you'd expect to okay, this is the part where it would shine because. You got all the depth of Troy Baker and his voice of being desperate and then excited and then you've got Josh Gad who's all animated and does Olaf, so it's got to be this great full of life and then full of lows and maybe some songs. You know, you'd expect that would be it.
Yes,
but it really isn't. It just isn't.
And
it's
Laura
so
Bailey.
bland.
It seems. Yeah. I had no idea Laura Bailey was in this. This is incredible.
It's so bland. It's you can see that they thought, well, this is a cash in, so I'm not going to put my effort into it. I'm going to take the paycheck. Can't blame them for that, to be honest with you. I think I do the same thing. I'll take the paycheck.
If this was their cash in, it almost sounds like they can't do a not good job. I'm not going to say bad.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like even them just phoning it in is still pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. Even if they did phone it in, it's still going to be better than, say, other people who are really bad.
Yes.
But yeah, I agree. It would be a blemish on their name. This is still kind of a blemish that they did this game already. Like
it really is. It really is. I don't. But just the fact that if it was just one of them, it would have been just a big blemish. But no, I think because it's Troy Baker and Josh Gad and Laura Bailey.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Not so bad on their
It's
reputation.
Funny if you saw, I can just picture it. If you saw Gamescom or a Nintendo Direct and it just came up, Troy Baker.
Whoa.
Josh Gad.
Whoa!
You would be, the hype would just increase.
Exactly. You're hooked. You're in.
Yeah, you'd be like, whatever it is,
I'm buying this.
Yeah, you really would. You would be like, yes. What is it? And then Men in Black. And you're like, it's insane. It's an insane scenario.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. Besides the voice actors, which we've been hammering on for long enough, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I could immediately hear this isn't a game soundtrack. This is very clearly made for cinema.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it immediately struck. Oh, this is just Men in Black 3's soundtrack.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because that was the supposed timeline within it, wasn't it? It's
cut and paste. Men in Black 3 came out in 2012 with this game.
Yes. Okay.
It's all coming together.
Yes, exactly. So they just, of course, they must have got the rights to play the music on there, and so they just did that.
Exactly.
They just played the same music over the gameplay.
Is it Universal? No, this isn't. What's that studio of the Lady Liberty with her cone of fire in the air?
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Right?
I can see her.
Exactly. I'm sure everyone can. That's the studio that made this, and they're credited at the start of this game. So I'm thinking, they own the rights to the movie and the music as well. So just put the music in the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Spare the cost of a composer and spend some more dollars on the voice actors. I think that's what happened. It definitely sounds like
I agree.
that.
You can almost just see them just like copy and paste the soundtrack. Just like,
yes.
Just move that and they're done. Music's done. Yeah, done. Weekend.
Well done. Good
work. Yeah, that's right.
Good show, lads.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even notice the music. Because I was having such a bad time with this game. It was, you said it best, that you had to stop playing a game you were enjoying to keep playing this for review purposes, because it was...
Oh, don't remind me!
It's hard work.
It really is. This game plays like poopy.
Yeah, can you, like, everybody out there, you're obviously into games if you listen to the podcast. Could you imagine a game that you don't like playing, but you have to play it? Like, you've got to take time, you've got to boot it up and then be enthused by playing a game that's just horrible.
I'm sure there are people listening to this show who are some, core gamers.
Yeah.
And everyone has stopped playing a game they like to try a game that they think they might like, but end up don't.
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I played 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is a good game. If anyone's played it, it looks and sounds and plays fun. I had to stop playing that to play Men in Black Alien Crisis, today's episode.
It's like a chore, or it's like when you have pets.
Yes.
When you have pets and you have to clean up the garden. You got a bag and you got to clean up their doo-doo and stuff like that. It's like the worst part of having pets is having to do the cleanup. And this is what this game felt like. It was like, I've got to go in the garden again, don't I?
Yes. Gotta pick up some poop. Well, it's got to be done. It's got to be done.
Yeah, right. That was
right. The poop is there.
Exactly. You can't leave it.
It needs to be picked up.
Yeah, that's right. It's only gonna fester. Like I say, this. Sorry, I know that was a weird thing for the audio section,
right.
but this is what the game is like.
That's what this is. This podcast, it's absolutely fantastic. I love having the list, but sometimes the list, all hell the list, gives us.
All hell the list.
I'm gonna risk the explicit language checkup, whatever. But this game is shit.
Just to tie into the old dog doo-doo bit, I like it.
Yes.
Okay, anything else audio, or should we go to maybe
please.
It's saving grace gameplay?
No, none. The faster we finish this episode, the better.
Yeah. Like I said, ladies and gents, I'd love to tell you that the saving grace on this was gameplay. Like, what can go wrong? You've got a Wii remote. You've got a cursor on the screen. You've got things to shoot. You've got a trigger on the Wii remote. This has to work, right? This is Time Crisis. This is House of the Dead. You just shoot. It's fun to shoot things with remotes and stuff like that, right? It's got to be good.
It's got to be. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
It's not. It's nowhere near. It is so far away from being fun. This is unfun.
Ladies and gents, let me just put my background. I have played Time Crisis 2 maybe 600 times at the arcade. It was my favourite.
Yes.
I've completed it. I loved the guns. I'm one of those people that when you did the duck behind cover thing, I actually moved. I don't know why. I always duck down to dodge the bullets. I was in. I love rail shooter games for what they are. They are a lot of fun. They always genuinely are. They're my thing. I love them.
Yes. I mean, if you've played Time Crisis, or I think more people have played House of the Dead.
Yeah, right. It is a classic. Yeah.
If you've played that, this is what's up.
Yeah. It's that frantic, it's that dodging, it's that shooting before it's the reloading, it's that franticness.
And doing it with a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got the formula.
Yeah, these are fun. These are normally, you can't really go wrong. Except for you can. Obviously, this happened. It can be done wrong.
Yes.
And
this game is testament to exactly that. Right? There's a formula. If you stray from this formula, or if you just do it in just a poopy way, you're gonna get a bad product. This is a bad product. The gameplay is the worst. Right? You have the Wii remote, which is perfect for aiming at your screen and
definitely.
shooting.
Yeah.
Right? You'd think with all their hunting games, they'd have got the formula down to a T.
Yeah,
they don't. They clearly don't. No. The gameplay is bad. There have been tons of times where I tried shooting aliens, but the Wii remote is laggy. The game is just it actively frustrates you and stresses you out.
It's just so...
It does that.
Ladies and gentlemen, they try to mix it up with 3 different mechanics, right? There's the normal shoot the baddies on the screen bit, which we all know and love, right? It's a classic.
With the on-rail shooter, you take cover, you peek out and shoot, go back into cover.
There's this insanely boring stealth, I guess you'd call it, mechanics, where you shoot people into balls that are like stop them, and cameras. Security cameras, and that's it. It's less fun than Duck Hunt. You just crouch, you shoot them a ball, then you shoot a security camera. Next segment, there was no difficulty. There was no.
There's even the flying car.
Don't
segment.
even get me that part. These sound cool. Stealth bits.
Exactly. If you put them down on paper, in theory, this sounds like, oh, this is a good time. This is cool. Because in the movies, they figured it out.
Exactly.
They managed to find a way to get this cool. When the flying Merc flying through the subway at the end of Men in Black 2.
Exactly.
That's cool.
It's iconic.
That is cool.
The car's iconic. Who doesn't want to press the button and fly around and shoot things?
Yes.
Well, me, when this game boots up.
I don't want to. I'm vomiting because this is bad.
But there were just so many weird... There were bits where you were shooting and it takes control of your character. So, ladies and gents, your character moves into cover and then you start shooting. And then, like, you're trying to shoot the bad guys with the Wii remote and stuff like that. And then he'd start moving again, like the segment was done and you were finished. And everything about it was just so bad. It wasn't...
Yes.
You know, like you said, their hunting games don't do it, so they know what to do. They don't give you any like precursory that you're going to move, like blinking arrows and stuff like that, like the Time Crisis games. You just start, and the cover system was useless. The aliens were boring.
Truly,
they just did that normal hide, jump out, or just run around like idiots type AI. I was trying to find something good about it. And there isn't.
There isn't.
Even
There's
the point
none.
system. It's not
Nothing.
even like we play these games and you want to get the multipliers and you want to find the secret bad guys. Like Time Crisis always had a secret little bad guy in yellow at the back that he's on the screen for half a second when you try to shoot. And so there's some sort of like point system in this game where you can get multipliers, and if you do... it was all just superfluous. There was no...
It really was.
It didn't even tell you what you were doing, like what you were trying to do.
Just point and
numbers.
shoot.
Yeah,
and more than half of the time, pointing and shooting either doesn't work or it just isn't fun. It's not satisfying. The gameplay loop in this game sucks. Yeah, the boss at the end of the first level made 0 sense. This is this big hulking alien, bigger than a car, and all it's doing for the entire fight is jumping around on the street. That's all it's... You think I'm joking? I'm sorry, audience. How does this exist? That's exactly what happens. This big hulking alien that's supposed to be a boss is jumping around on the street, and you just need to shoot it. You just need to hit it with your gun that's got infinite ammo.
Yeah, that's right. Infinite ammo. It's basically just a hitbox. It's just a big old hitbox.
That's just this jumping hitbox. It doesn't attack you. No, it just
I didn't see it attack
jumps,
either.
It just lands in front of the car that you're hiding in. And it only does that when it's outside of the screen. So when it's outside of the screen, you can't shoot it. There's no point in being outside of your cover.
No, yeah, exactly right. No, I just don't it's almost impressive how you can do something this wrong. It's almost a skill. It's like a class
somehow of mucking it up this badly.
Yeah, it's a simple premise. It's everyone who's played the House of the Dead games and the Time Crisis game, no one knows the story. No one really cares. No one really. Well, granted, the sounds in them are actually pretty good. It's the shooting. It's the fun of the shooting. It's not hard. You just get the House of the Dead. You just got hulking figures and little hitboxes to shoot, which are their weakness and stuff. It's. So this big bad guy, all you had to do is have the big hulking thing and have a little bit of a mechanic. Maybe you shoot a car. Maybe you shoot barrels next to it, like we all know that barrels are to be shot. Something. But no, it's just a big box that just jumps around and you shoot at it, and then well done. Next loading screen. Yeah. Good job.
Oh, now the Men in Black are here, and the entire city now knows of aliens.
Oh no, but you got to realize
which was one of the attractive, that was a big appeal of the Men in Black movies.
Yeah.
Right? That they were covert, that were working in secret.
Yes, exactly right.
And if somebody found out, they'd get their memory wiped or whatever.
Yeah, everybody wanted a neuralizer. I wanted one as a kid.
Same.
You didn't want one of those, yeah.
None of that is in this. No. Right? That you are essentially just a normal person that found out about aliens, and instead of being neuralized, you're employed. What?
That's right. And all you are is a thief. You're not like not gone through no training. You're not like a Will Smith's character was a police officer, I believe, before. So at least he's got some background into it. You're just a thief that seems to be an archaeologist or historian as well. Because why not? Let's make him Indiana Jones as well for some reason. No.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, not many agents. Obviously, they're understaffed in some way. Come on, you handled everything so well. Here, have a big dangerous gun.
The Men in Black organization have been falling on some hard times.
Yeah, no doubt. This is
it's true. Clear by the looks of it.
Okay, anything else? Gameplay? I know
we could go on with gameplay, but I'm getting tired and frustrated, and I want to to move on.
Bugs or performance?
Bugs,
so?
Yes.
Go on.
It's
I'm not the alien type, by the way. Just because Men in Black always got bugs.
We like making jokes around here. If you like jokes as well, subscribe to our Patreon.
Okay, Bugs, what did you have? Or
there have been so many cases of aliens behind objects, right, that I cannot shoot because the hitbox for this object is bigger than the actual object. So I'm shooting the alien, but because it's standing up behind a car, I'm shooting what? The hitbox for the car on top of the actual car?
The air surrounding the car.
The air surrounding the car is what I'm hitting.
What you're hitting.
It's not moving. This alien's standing still and it's not moving, and this game soft locked itself.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm getting angry.
And
yeah.
The whole thing is a performance issue. It's one of those weird things. The whole thing is just so bad. Loading times were a bit special, but I tried to go back into Wii games, and I'm thinking, have they always had loading times? It's not the most powerful hardware, so. But just everything. No, it's just bad.
It really is. This poor little box. You just play, if you're on a Wii, all you need to do is just play first-party Nintendo titles.
Yeah, exactly. Most
of which have been ported to the Switch anyway.
Yes. Now, the Wii, one of the highest-selling consoles of all time. I get it. Wii Sports was great.
Wii Sports.
Resort.
Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy.
Yes. Well, granted, fantastic game, the Galaxy ones. But yeah,
I think
you're right.
That's the only way you can play Super Mario Galaxy 2 is on a Wii.
That's true, because of the control system, right? I remember it takes you a while to get used to.
Galaxy's been ported to the Switch, but the Galaxy 2, sorry, you're shit out of luck. That's still on the Wii.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, we're just trying to... we're just reminiscing about the good games of Wii, because this game was so bad, we just need to solve, a cold press
It can be
against
forgotten.
us. And I guess anything else? Should we just jump for value for money?
Yes, please. Let's just finish off this episode.
Value for money. I wrote down. Don't go near it.
Don't do it.
Don't touch
do
it.
it.
Don't think about it. Don't
do it. My first point in value for money. The value of money for this game, 0.
It's
0.
Don't even be intrigued if we're just full of crap. And you want to find out for yourself, right? You know, it's like, oh, maybe they're biased. Maybe they don't like Men in Black. Maybe, don't even buy it for that reason.
Don't do it. I mean, if you want to hear Josh Gad, Laura Bailey, and Troy Baker, just do a YouTube. Just do a search on YouTube.
There's so much more. Yeah, exactly right.
That is it. Then you've got it. If you want to play a on-rail shooter on the Wii, go play a good one like Dead Space Extraction.
Oh, true. Yeah, I was trying to think what they did, but correct. Yeah, that's a half decent one, like an arcadey bit of fun. Yeah,
exactly, and it's good. Don't play this. This is poopy.
This is crap. Just if you see it, just instantly throw it away. Tell
Run
management
away.
in the shop
That's what
to
you
throw
do.
it away. Just try. I wish I could nebulize myself. Is it called a nebulizer? No, that's. Isn't it nebulizer at a hospital? Neuralizer. Thank you. Sorry, nebulizer is something at a hospital. I wish I could neuralize myself. I would go to New York City. The Statue of Liberty would do its thing. Sorry, that's a spoiler if you're watching any of the movies. I wish this could be taken away from me. This would be...
do that to convince yourself you've been playing 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim.
Yeah, exactly. Just take it away. I want Gandalf to do that weird head string thing.
Please do. Is that it? Is that value for money? Can we finish up this episode?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's finish.
Come on, list. All hail the list. Please give us just something else. Then this anyway. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm running through this to finish. Don't play this game, ladies and gents. Run away from Men in Black: Alien Crisis. You can follow us on our social channels. Threads, Instagram, email. I'm Nick at criticalarcade.com.
I'm Dave at criticalarcade.com.
Besides your email, where can we follow you? I'm running now. You're running from this game.
Because we haven't even told them the score yet.
Oh, the score! Come on! the score! Let's come on! Take a guess. Take a guess. What is it? What is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be shocked. It's an F.
It is.
I'm not even making a joke.
Game it's the lowest score we've ever given a game.
Yes, it is. It's lower than Miami Takedown.
Yeah,
it's
that's
lower
a shock.
Than
that's
Digimon
the biggest
World.
Shock. Something pushed the limit of bad games and has made us score it even lower. If there was an F plus or F minus,
F minus rather,
an F minus, or if there was such thing as a G, it would.
This game would get it. This game would get it. Men in Black: Alien Crisis. Don't. Just listen to this episode. Have a chuckle. And then go on with your day. Forget about Men in Black: Alien Crisis.
But either way, I am out and about, and this one's really simple. If you find me, I'll make you play this game. The worst
if you find me,
ever. I will set up. I'll try the candle thing Nick worked out before because maybe that helps it. Who knows? Funny. And I will make you play it. That's a punishment enough. There's nothing fun. There's nothing like canon I can do about it. That's it. I will make you play this game.
Support us on Patreon. That's all I'm going to say. What have we got lined up for next week?
Sorry, I've still got the bitter taste in my mouth of this game. Well, what we're playing next week is... I don't think I ever played the first one, but this is the sequel. It's Rage 2, right?
Yes, Rage 2. Have you not played the first one?
No, I remember it being in the news and people talking about it, and it was quite of... had good mechanics and stuff to it, but there were goods and bads, and I didn't even know I had it to. So I'm looking forward to that. Rage 2 on PlayStation 4. Right.
I think the first one was was talked about as being the next big shooter.
Yeah, I remember that being talked about. Yeah,
and it kind of fell flat because it was a bit bland.
Because this was the era of shooters, wasn't it? Where everybody was coming out with first-person shooters
and Rage 2 kind of had a facelift. Yeah, and it was made by id Software, the same people who are making the new Doom games.
Doom game, that's what I thought. Doom games straight away, yeah.
So it's got a lot going for it, Rage 2.
But that's cool. First-person shooter I haven't played in a long time. I'm trying to see if this is our first-person shooter. Weird sentence. First person? First person?
No, this can't be our first.
I'm looking.
PS?
It depends how you look at Gears of War, but that's third person. No, Killer 7. Killer 7 was definitely first person.
Not Killer 7. Oh, Bioshock Infinite.
Ah, yes, very true. Yes, okay,
That's
sorry.
our first.
I digress.
But
yeah.
even then, Bioshock Infinite, that's episode 46. That's our first first-person shooter?
Yeah, it's true. And I like first.
Wow.
That's a nice salve for after playing this game because, hopefully
Correct.
they haven't ruined this formula because first-person shooters are fairly simple. You just want to shoot things.
Yes,
so
and
I look
they've
forward
been
to it.
around quite a while.
Yeah,
I am
exactly.
looking forward to playing Rage 2. That's going to be a
Same.
good time. Okay, thanks for listening to this week's episode. Please, dear Lord, do not play Men in Black.
No, just don't.
Alien
Just don't.
Crisis. And if you survive, we'll see you next week.
Cheers.